All right, what's up? Welcome to this coaching call, semi-monthly coaching call. So let's jump into today's content. So quick outline, we'll do a quick review from last week. We'll go over some housekeeping. Then we'll talk about what I call database domination phase one, which will play into phase two, which we'll go over on the next meeting, and then cover any Q&A. So housekeeping, actually quick review. So remember last time we met, we talked about the importance of social proof, and we talked about the different levels of social proof when it comes to testimonials and where those play or where those have a significance in the overall strategy that you should be working towards. So a couple of key points I just want to hit on. Remember, there's a time and a place to talk about the rewards or your accomplishments or achievements, or I should say awards that you've won. But in terms of importance on a scale of 1 to 10 for being in terms of your prospect size as being 1, not important, and 10 being extremely important, it probably falls anywhere on that scale between a 2 to 4, might cross into a 5 or a 6, depending on the type of clientele that you work with. But you should have a better idea of that. But at the end of the day, the only thing that's on a prospect's mind is what's in it for me, and you posting awards that you have won as a topic of conversation, or to try to draw people in to reaching out to you has very little prominence in their mind space, and doesn't really answer that question. They're like, so what? Who cares? What's next? So we talked about how you need to set up a standard operating procedure for every client that you work with, and how you're going to go about requesting a testimonial from them. We talked about how you could do that the day of closing. When you're at the closing with them, that might be your second best opportunity, or your first or your best opportunity, depending on how you want to operate. I highly recommend, if it's not the day of closing, that you get that that you give them at minimum 48 hours after the closing, before you send out the campaign that I talked about and shared with you guys the last time we met for requesting testimonials and recommendations. And don't let that go out any longer than a week for you to wait. Otherwise, it'll be too low of a priority for them. And the reciprocity that you've built over the lifetime of the transaction, will start to fade. So definitely within after the first 48 hours, and then no longer than a week. Ideally video. If you can't get video, get their permission to use their full name, as well as some of the other descriptors that we talked about, their title, so what they do for work, and possibly where they live, not their address, but what city they were in. All right. Housekeeping. Remember, all this stuff is a new language, so I don't expect you to know this. That's why you're watching this video, that you can get reps, and you can learn and become better and familiarize yourself with this stuff. I'll just kind of share something here with you guys. I invest in a lot of different stuff, a lot of different coaches, a lot of different courses. As you can see, here's my knowledge database of all the stuff I've invested in terms of courses over the last 3 to 4 years. And I repeatedly go back to a lot of those to revisit them, to glean more information, and to sharpen my axe, right? Which is very important. So make sure you're asking questions. If your question, you can email me. If you want to schedule a one-on-one and go to a deeper dive and really, hammer out the strategy around any of this stuff, we can do that. But regardless, you want to block time in your calendar that you specifically set aside for marketing, for working on your business, not in your business, not doing contracts, not networking, not building relationships with referral partners, but specifically for your marketing and getting these things that I'm teaching you in place, because they will free up so much time later down the road. You will be glad that you took the time to have these built out. There will never be any perfect time, but the most perfect time is now. If you wait till you get busier, it's just going to be harder and harder. It's going to be less and less of a priority. And then you're going to find yourself caught up working in your business. And it's going to lead to frustrations because you're going to, it's going to be harder to step away to work on your business. So set these things in place now. And remember, we're not looking for perfection. Our goal is to hit singles every day, not home runs. So we take imperfect action and we move on what we learned. And then once again, if you need a one-on-one, just let me know here. Okay, I'm just gonna move this something. All right, remember our motto real quick is attention is everything, because attention is the currency of the internet. There's obviously good attention and there's bad attention. I leave that up to you to decide what type of attention you want to foster. But nonetheless, you need to know when to entertain, when to educate, and when to ask. And as I've been teaching you, ideally you want to start with entertainment, then you want to bring in some education, and then you want to do an ask after you've built up trust in people's mind through entertainment and through educating them. All right, let's talk about database domination phase 1. We're going to get into this here in a minute, but your only job with this is to be genuine, and provide value. And those things together will build trust. And that is what you need to separate yourself from everybody else in the marketplace that is going to be doing the same old thing. Not to beat a dead horse, but they're going to be posting about the awards they won, right? They're not going to be really sharing their lives. They're going to be talking about market reports, which have a place, but they're going to be doing all these business things that the prospects really don't care about. It doesn't make a difference to the majority of people out there. What I'm showing you is a tried and true way for you to share yourself, who you are, your life, be rememberable, right? And then when they're ready to make a move, because you haven't been intrusive, you haven't been shoving things down their throat, you've entertained them, you've educated them, they will reach out to you because they like you and they want to work with you because they trust you. So I love this picture, right? Database domination. The next step is world domination. The truth is that you can do this. I believe in you. You didn't become a realtor to be what's called a secret agent where no one knows about you and you strictly rely on referrals. That is only one pillar should only be one pillar of your business model. That is not how you build a complete business. That is not how you scale a business. Referrals are, they're not scalable. They're not predictable. They're not very reliable as well. They are good for your business. That says a lot about the work that you've already done. But you read any business book worth its salt, and that's only a small part of your overall business model. But sadly, or the realtors and loan officers alike, as well as a lot of other service businesses, get caught up in just banking on referrals. So if you like to have, you want to ride the commission roller coaster and have your income go up and down and up and down and not really knowing where your next deal is coming from, and just sitting around waiting for the phone to ring so that someone would have a referral for you, then by all means pour everything into that. I believe in working smarter and working more efficiently and having a well-rounded business. And these are the things I'm trying to show you guys to help you do that. So let's jump into this. We're going to talk about database domination here in a little bit, but what we're building out is the next drip that I'm going to have built out into KV Core for you guys. And this will be used for anybody that you meet that would be interested in purchasing a home sometime in the future, that you can put them into this campaign and let this campaign build that relationship, right? So I would add almost everybody in my database to this campaign. And a big component of this campaign, as I talked about last week, right? It's time to elevate our game. We're no longer staying on JV. We're now on varsity. There's more expected of us. There's more demanded of us, right? This is the next level, and the next level is video. And that's where everything is going. All the statistics, there's like a billion. I always get this wrong. I don't want to exaggerate, but I know at minimum, it's a billion videos a day are watched on YouTube alone, a billion. I'm sure it's more than that, but like I said, I don't want to over exaggerate, but that's a crazy amount of videos that are being watched on just one platform. That doesn't include every other platform. And these platforms, you guys, let's be real, they're in it to make money. And the way they make money is by keeping people's attention. So then they can go to marketers like me and say, hey, I can put you in front of 1,000 people at this cost. And then I'm going to pay for that to run ads and to promote stuff in front of them. That's the business model. And they know that videos have a much higher and a much longer engagement time than do images. So that is the content that they make a priority and they push. And some experts within the industry that monitor that stuff are claiming, you know, in the next 2 to 3 years, if you're like on Facebook, for example, and you go to, you know, post a picture of, I don't know, my son just got married, right? So I post a picture of my son's wedding. The reach that will get within my circle of friends, and on Facebook, you can have a total of 5,000, won't even penetrate 1%. So you'll basically be a ghost because of the tiny amount of exposure that Facebook is going to give to that, because it doesn't align with their business model. They know that isn't going to be the best user experience for people on the platform. Video is. So you got to pull up your big boy and big girl pants and jump in and get comfortable making videos. So this is a 10-day drip. I'll have this all built out, but you are responsible for coming up with the videos for this, and we'll share this at a later time. But I just wanted to paint the picture here and give you guys the vision for where this will go. And this will be a foundation that you'll build off of. And if you do this right, let me see here. If you do this right, and what I'm going to show you outside of the first sets of videos that you're going to build for this campaign, and you commit yourself to this over the long term, you can easily generate yourself 6 to 7 inbound calls or leads a week by doing something like this. So these were clients of mine, right? Hal and Chris Cohn, very nice people out in Roanoke, Virginia. And they said, let's commit to this YouTube thing for 1 year and see what happens. So they produce a video every week. At the beginning, as you can imagine, their videos weren't very good, but through repetition, they got better. They got better at the production. They got better at doing this. And now they've been doing it for 18 months, excuse me. but on average, they get 6 to 7 inbound leads a week into their business from people who watch their videos and are moving to the Roanoke Valley area, or come across their videos and fall in love with their personalities, because like attracts like, and then want to use them as their realtor. And I know this to be true because when I was working with them on some of their strategies, they would send me voicemails as well as emails from these people who would come across their videos. And you got to think about this. This is an asset that you're building that will live on forever for your business. A salesman 24/7, 365 that will live out on the internet, where almost 90% of the people go to first when they're looking to buy or sell a home. And you can have this out there, putting in the hard work, doing the heavy lifting for you, so by the time the person comes to you, they're already sold on using you, which means a couple of key things. One, they're less likely to argue and try to negotiate for lower fees. Two, they're more apt to listen to you and your advice. So when you tell them, hey, you need to get pre-approved so that when we go look at this house, if there's a small chance you want to make an offer, we don't miss that time window. And they actually go and they actually do it, instead of not doing it, falling in love with the house, trying to make an offer. And then there's 20 other offers they're competing with, and their offer, isn't even for list price, right? You can accomplish so much through video before these people even come to you. So those are the two big ones. But anyways, I digress. So the point of this is not to build a YouTube channel. That's in the long run, but you do need to have a place to store these videos. And the place that I recommend is YouTube. And there's plenty of videos out there on how to set up a YouTube channel. Just real quick, you'll want to get, if you're going to do the long-term play here, you will want to get a good banner. You'll want to get a little, I can't remember what this is called, avatar, or I don't remember the technical term, but this, just some of the things on here, ideally you want this to not be your best video, but to have a welcome video, welcoming someone to your channel. And then, you can kind of see some of the segments that they've built out, right? So living in Roanoke, their main area, popular video section. They got living in Cave Springs here. They've got living in Salem, Virginia. They got neighborhood tours. They got things to do. They got some shorts, right? So setting up your channel is up to you, but you want to have a YouTube channel set up, even if you're not going to do the long-term strategy, because you got to come here, you got to hit this, upload the videos that you're going to make, and then you can just have them be unlisted, which means if someone falls across your channel, they're not going to see the videos, because they would need the direct link to the videos to be able to watch them. But this can be a place to host your videos for free that we can use in this drip campaign. That's resources. We'll go over that in a minute. All right, so real quick, I've laid out, I think, 8 scripts here for videos. The 10 days of buyer database domination, you need 5 videos for this campaign. So you can pick whatever 5 videos you want out of the 8 to create. I'll give you my recommendations. The goal here in these videos, like I said before, is to be genuine and provide value, because those are the 2 things that build trust. And I can assure you, no one else is doing this, right? When they get a lead, when someone comes into their database and they put them on some sort of drip campaign, it's not using video. And if it is using video, they're not videos that are providing value and really helping the prospect move forward in the buyer's journey, so to speak, on their way to where they want to get. And that's what this is all about. Remember, you'll get better with time. And our motto is not hitting home runs, but it's hitting singles. So get started. and get that experience in. All right, and just note that your success with this will be determined by choosing to put it into action and then actually using it. So a couple key terms to understand. B-roll is simply when the whole frame cuts to another shot while you're still talking, right? So you may have a shot of a home, you may have a shot of a neighborhood, you may have a shot of people talking at a table. If you're looking for a good site for awesome B-roll story blocks, I'll put that in the resource on this. I'll add this to the resource list here, but you can get good B-roll from there. Is it necessary? No, that's like a more higher production thing, or if you're going to play the long-term YouTube game. Lower thirds, this is when text pops up on the lower part of the screen to emphasize a point. And then typically you use this for titles, call to actions, or key points in the video. And these things are all to continue to capture attention and build engagement, but they're not necessary for getting this done. So what I have is each script is laid out, right? We have some information up top, which I'll show you and get to here in a second. And then we've got some audio talking notes and then some video and visual notes. And the reason that this is laid out this way is should you choose to use a video editor, this makes it extremely easy for them to know where things go and basically gives them an idea of a written idea of what the video is supposed to look like, right? This is kind of like their map. So let's talk about video editing a minute. So I got some things on the resource document here regarding video editing for you. But what I would recommend to you, the best strategy that I've used for myself and for my clients is go to your local community college, go to your local high school, go to your local university, and they're going to have an audio video club, an audio video course, an audio video a major. And there are going to be kids in there who need and want to get experience editing videos. And you can hire them for free as part of an internship. They get the experience of editing your videos and being able to build their portfolio. And then you get to take advantage of their expertise as well as their time putting these together for you. I'm a big proponent, and I believe strongly that there's always two prices to pay in either decision, in any decision you make. You either pay with time to buy money, or you pay with money, you pay money to buy time. Say that again. You either pay time to buy money, or you either pay money to buy time. And I would rather pay money to buy back my time than the other way around. And that is the best way to get good editing for nothing and make it a win-win situation, which I'm always all about, is honoring people in that way. All right, so I'm not going to go through all of these. You can look through these. But before I guess I do go over, let's run through the ones that I would definitely you need to make. The first one you need to make is this one called How to Use a Website to Save 5 Hours a Week. I'd recommend you do 10 steps to buying a home in whatever area you're trying to farm or you want to be the digital mayor of. I would do 6 things to know when mortgage shopping. And then how to navigate. So, and then I would definitely do how to navigate multiple offers as a buyer and seller. And then you can pick, I think that was 4 I went over, and then you can pick the last one out of the remaining, what would that be? 3, 4 videos that are left. So up to you. So let's go through this. All right. So title. this will be your title. How to use, and then whatever the name of your website is to save 5 hours a week. And as you notice, right, each video has a title. So that's what you would title your video in YouTube when you actually upload it. So I think I can actually walk you through this real quick here. Well, all right, let's just say, so it's going to start to upload your video, right? So it's going to give you a place to put your title, right? Then there's going to be a place to put the description, which I have laid out here as well. So description, in this video, I'll show you how to save 5 hours a week looking for homes in whatever farm market you're trying to be in, or whatever area you want to be the digital mayor of, by having all the relevant available homes in your desired areas sent directly to you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out at XXX phone number, right, or email, and we would be happy to help. So you put that here in the description. Thumbnail. So when you go to YouTube, these are what are called thumbnails, the images that you see for a video. So I've got in the resources some links to some people we've used in the past to make thumbnails. They're like $5. Provide them, a headshot and then a title of your video, and then tell them to make you a thumbnail. And they'll send you one and give you revisions or whatever, and you can give them ideas on what you want it to look like. I wouldn't get caught up in the thumbnail. You just, you're going to want to have one. You can pick one from the video, right? It'll show a couple here. All right. You don't need to add it to a playlist. You want to check, no, it's not made for kids. And then the next section is tags. So I've got some tags here, right here. So tags are what YouTube uses to label your video, so that if people search, YouTube knows to show that video as a result. So these are all the tags, right? Homes for sale in Houston, properties for sale in Houston, searching for homes in Houston. Okay, so you're going to put the tags in there, right? That go right here. And then everything else is you just leave alone. And then you want to come to visibility. Okay, no, it's not made for kids. Visibility, and then you would mark it as unlisted. Okay. I wouldn't recommend you making any of your videos public. If you're going to do the long-term YouTube play, which I strongly recommend, I would wait till you have at least 3 videos uploaded and then come back in, and you can, in the edit capabilities, you can come back in and you can change it from unlisted to public. And then that's the way that I would go about that. All right, so let's come back to this. All right, so music. If you want to have music in your video, sometimes it's nice. You can use what's called Ben Sound, which is royalty-free music. They got a lot of good stuff. You'll probably, if you listen, you'll recognize a few of the jingles here, because a lot of people use this music in their videos. So you would put the link for the music that you want to use from here in here. So that way the editor knows this is the music to use. All right, end screens and cards. So end screens are what show up at the end of a video to show what's next. Give you an idea of that. Wondering if it's all right. They should be using end screens. There you go. All right, so this is an end screen, and YouTube has many templates for this. So you can have 1 video, 2 videos, you can have 3. There's different formats, but basically it shows you it shows the user what videos are next that they should watch. And then typically that's what makes YouTube so cool, is that if someone watches one of your videos, usually all the way to the end, usually they want to dive deeper into the content. So they'll end up watching 2 or 3, sometimes hours of videos worth of content. All right, so there's that. And then, all right, so you want to link to those videos there, and then cards. So what cards are is when the video starts playing, and you've probably seen this, up in the upper right hand corner, like after like 10 seconds, you can kind of set where you want the card to appear. You may see like a title that says for more information. So on a real estate, it'd be like, to see additional, or to see a video on Houston's best restaurants, click here. And that's called a card, and someone could click on there, and then they'd be taken to one of your videos about the best restaurants in Houston. So if you had a card and you wanted that to show up, you'd put the link here, and then make any notes for the editor right here. Like, I want the card to show up 10 seconds into the video, or 30 seconds into the video. I'm looking for, some B-roll that includes people, families swimming, or people pointing at different monuments, or different stuff to do this off the top of my head, are different historical buildings, or buildings, right? Like they're on a tour, whatever notes that the editor needs, so they get the complete vision of your video. So let's start here on the left-hand side and go over the talking notes. Just check one thing here a second. All right. Okay. So we have this intro. I've got all this scripted out. You can add stuff to this if you want. You can take stuff away. I definitely recommend you come up here, click File, make a copy, and then edit it as you see fit. But as you can see, we've got an intro, we've got a body, and then we've got an outro, right? So very simple, very easy to execute. On the right hand side, we've got some notes. So lower thirds in the intro, you want your phone and your email to run across the lower third. In the body, you want a card, right? So a card to, let's say you did a video on 10 tips or 10 steps to buying a home in Houston, right? You want that card to show at the beginning of the body. Maybe you have a second card and you have that show at the end of the body. And then you have your end screen, which is going to direct them to the next video that you want to show, which could be this video, or maybe you make a video about 6 things to know when mortgage shopping. It could be that one as well. So this is an overall general template for any videos that you want to make. So you could copy this and use this for the foreseeable future, and just come in and change all the necessary stuff to fit the video that you're making. All right, so the way that I would do this, and the way that I advise my clients to do this, is I'm all about the editor. I'm not trying to memorize a script. I'm not trying to, people can tell when you're reading from from something like a teleprompter, even though I'll have that in the resources if you want some easy teleprompters to use. If you don't practice, people can tell. They can see your eyes moving depending on how far away you are from the video, all that type of stuff. Listen, the easiest way to do this, and the way that I do this with the majority of my own stuff, especially if it's not something off the top of my head, like a lot of my videos are off the top of my head where I'm teaching something that I've done and I'm just sharing a strategy. But if I need to, have a script because I'm running, like, let's say a YouTube ad for something, for a service I'm trying to sell, or for an ad for a client I put together, I will literally go line by line. So what that'll look like is I will hit record on, my camera or my computer, and I'll just take it line by line. I'll say, so let's say I hit record. All right, go. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use our website to save you 5 hours a week searching for homes with one simple hack. And then I may wait. Okay, do I need to do it again? Maybe I didn't like the energy, so I'm gonna pick the energy up a little bit more. And I'm not a producer by any means, but you want to have more energy on your video than you would in normal life. It may seem like you're yelling, or maybe you're a little too excited, but on video it won't come across that way. So if I do a second cut, be like second cut. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use our website to save you 5 hours a week searching for homes with one simple hack. And then I wait, and then I'd literally let it keep running, and then I'd go to the next line. My name is Mike King, and I'm with KV Core Realty, and we've been selling real estate in the Houston area for 5 years. If at any point in this video you have questions about the real estate market, drop them in the comments below, or reach out directly to us at 616-999-7727, or use the website to connect with us. Let's get into it. Really just that simple. And then now I would go into the body, right? I'd make point 1. Here's how you set up a saved search. And now maybe I switch to, I've got some resources. I've got some screen recording software in there, and all the stuff on the resources. I got free stuff and I got paid stuff, so it's up to you. I would use my screen capture to share my screen and then walk them through. This is how you use the website. All right, so then how do you set up a saved search? And the second thing, I take them through how to contact us for more information on a property. Then the next thing, how to request a showing. Then the next thing, how to request a home valuation. So these things are accomplishing 2 main things. One, it's training your potential clients that they can do stuff without you, which is going to free up more of your time in the long run. And 2, it's giving them what they really want most, and that's control. Everybody wants control. At the root of things, everyone wants control, and you're helping them get that control. And some agents are so afraid of like giving that away. Like, well, if I show them, if I tell them, then they'll know the secrets, and then they'll never use me. No, not true. They will use you, because even though you're showing them, the likelihood that they're going to do it is one thing, and if they do it, they're going to remember who showed them. So don't have a scarcity mentality. All right, then I'm going to get into my outro. I'm going to record each of those. When I'm done, I'm going to hit stop, and I'm going to send that entire video along with my notes here to my editor, so that they can, edit it, put in some B-roll. They're going to take out ums and ahs if you want. Some people care about that. Some people don't. Leave that up to you. Once again, it doesn't make a difference. Like I said, people want to see who you are. They don't expect perfection. Perfection, excuse my language, is bullshit. And people smell that from a mile away when you're trying to be somebody that you're not. So have them edit that video. And then ideally, like I said again, you're going to want to have the 5 videos that we're going to need for the 10 days of database domination drip that we set up. So real quick, we'll go over the resources here and get out of here. So here's the resources. Just a reminder that you don't need to use this stuff. You don't need to have this stuff to take action. I want you to take action. This stuff is just additional things should you want to up your production value. I'm shooting this right now, this video, using nothing but my camera on my laptop, and I'm using Zoom to record this. So nothing fancy here. So cameras, got some suggestions there for you: tripods, microphones, screen recorders, lights, graphics. Looks like I need to put in some music. Get that link in there. Oh, and then the link for the B-roll. So yeah, nothing special, but if you want some other stuff, here it is, right? I get it. I understand. I bought some stuff before I made my videos, but to each their own. So whether you're new or you're a seasoned vet, you don't need to have this stuff. It shouldn't stop you from taking action. I do want to point out one thing. The biggest complaint that people make about videos is the audio, not having good audio. So I recommend that if you're going to shoot with your camera and you're going to be away from the screen, that you do invest a little bit of money and you get yourself a microphone. Or if you're going to be in a noisier area, one of the best things to do is just to have your earphones and plug them in so that the mic is close enough to your mouth to pick up the volume so people can hear you clearly. All right, well, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or if you need to schedule one-on-one to dive deeper into this. Happy to do so. Otherwise, I will see you guys on the next coaching call, where we will break down the 10 days of database domination, what goes into it, and as well as how, at least the way I'm thinking is, we'll also get into how to repurpose these videos. Because as you know, I appreciate efficiency and making the most out of my time and the assets that I have. So there is a point to making these longer videos as well. Is we take them and we can break them down and we can redistribute and syndicate these videos across, or portions of these videos across other platforms to bring more attention to you and to your business. So hope you guys have a good week, and we'll see you later.